Wow, I feel really close to the camera. Did they change that? How do I go back up there? Okay, it wasn't what I thought it was. Where am I going? Here? Lady Macbeth fans. We got it. Oops. There we go. Correspondence. Okay. With the vitriol you sent me, we have enough to destroy at least one lantern. Monsieur de Robespierre has, however, raised a crucial point. None of us mortals can approach the accursed vessels without perishing. Monsieur de Lafayette mentioned Pierre Charleros de Laclos, an artillery captain and military engineer who developed a revolutionary cannonball. The projectile is shot out of the cannon whole and only releases its contents when it hits its target. We must find this engineer and convince him to share the secret of his invention with us. He serves the Deputy d'Orleans, and no one knows where he is hiding at the moment. Keep an eye out for him. This man could give us a decisive advantage. Alright. Windmills. How many windmills? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Eight? Oh, there's a couple behind me too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just looks like the way in, honestly. It doesn't really look special or anything. Ah! Another bismuth block. Can I jump this? Flame resistance. How? There we go. Ah. That gate looks cool.
Monsieur Marat is hiding somewhere in the depths of this quarry. I will have to use this mobile walkway.
This?
This mobile walkway leads to the depths of the quarry. I will explore the area and try to find a way to make it work.
Ah! Give it to me! that.
Here we go. That should work.
Please.
This time, it's over for me. The princess was ransacked, and I barely escaped from the guards sent to arrest me. I must disappear, and hope that things will one day turn to my advantage.
In truth, the timing is excellent. According to my informants, the king is planning a coup de force against the Third Estate. I think it's high time for all of us to go underground with you. Once we're hidden in the catacombs, we can prepare a counter-offensive in peace.
Does the Duke approve of this withdrawal?
Oh, that fool. He's indecisive as usual. Always busy dreaming about his cousin's crown. But I've prepared the terrain. He will let me do as I please as long as I serve his interests.
There's a bunch of Vestals in this area. Oh wow. Floating candles. Hmm. Oh no. Oof. A module queue.
Monsieur Marat's men waged a terrible fight here. Some of these poor men were trampled to death.
There's an unstable area over here. A module key. And a couple bismuths. I'm still waiting on an orichalcum ingot. Upgrade some weapons.
They barricaded themselves in to escape the enemy. The only way through is the hard way.
Locked.
Look at them, parading around like peacocks. These scoundrels, rotten to their very core. See how they proudly display their vices and shameful privileges, tirelessly working to drag morality through the mud, trampling love itself.
The Queen is said to have read your liaison before her husband banned it. It's hilarious, isn't it?
I'm not surprised. No matter how hard I worked to denounce their immoral practices, the aristocrats saw my novel as nothing more than a light-hearted bit of fluff. How naive I was to imagine that My pen could slice away the gangrene of their debauchery.
Well, fortunately, you have more than one string to your bow, mon capitaine.
The time has come for what is sure to be a decisive battle. Hardened by the weeks spent in the underground, we are now ready to defend the Monte Marte. Our last stronghold. It will be us or the machine that decimated our ranks. We have chosen the battlefield for our fight. Despite their dwindling numbers, the First Company is already hard at work. Sabotaging the floor of the Great Cavern, it is up to us, whom fate has chosen to carry out this most perilous mission, to lure the enemy there and trap it. There's not a dreamer among us who hopes to survive this battle, but we go to our deaths, with hearts bursting with love for our nation. Vive la France! Vive Louis Philippe I, King of the French. We. This game makes them sound so patriotic. We're gonna have to come back for this trunk, huh? Imagine.
Monsieur Marat.
Huh? Hey? Who goes there? La diable, je m'attendais. So this is the famous Huntress Diana I've heard so much about. Truly, 'tis an honor, madame. Now let me have a look at you. Oh, oui. You're just as they described. An angel of death, descended from the heavens to vanquish the clockwork tyrant.
Who depicted me this way, monsieur?
Mes compagnons, madame. Chief among them is Monsieur Chaudelot de Leclos. They have observed you dispensing justice all over the city. A most expeditious justice at that, as befits the crimes committed by our good king. What a strange machine you are. Gifted with intelligence, clearly, but also with speech and the freedom to do as you please. Cependant, you are still an automat. Who is your master?
It was on the Queen's orders that I came to Paris.
The poor thing. To what new level of desperation has her husband's madness driven her? Does she finally intend to leave this kingdom, where she should never have set her dainty little feet?
No, monsieur. She means to put an end to her husband's madness.
What, with you? You in what army? That's quite amusing, you must admit.
And you, Monsieur Marat? Who is your master?
I serve not a master, but a cause. That of the Duc d'Orléans. His cousin the king has no place on that throne, and nor does his wretched dynasty. The Bourbons, along with their wars, their crimes, and their vices, are finished. It's high time their scepter be passed to an enlightened, just monarch. One who is sympathetic to the people's sufferings. But now that I think about it, madame, look at us. We've been standing around chatting like old friends for several minutes, and I still don't know to what I owe the pleasure of your visit.
I must go to the Bastille, where Monsieur de Vaucanson is imprisoned.
Oui. Such a sad fate for a king's lackey. And what do you want with your creator? This man whose blood-stained hands built the army that's currently setting Paris ablaze.
What Vaucanson has done, only Vaucanson can undo.
Fair enough. Alas, while I come and go as I please through these tunnels, it is impossible to enter the fortress.
Impossible, dites-vous?
A sanguinary automat is spreading death and terror in the depths of this quarry. At the cost of their lives, my comrades were able to sabotage the floor of the cave to limit its movements. Nevertheless, it stands between you and the tunnel that leads to the Quartier du Temple, and that's the only way to reach the Bastille.
And yet that's exactly what I intend to do, Monsieur Marat.
À votre guise. I shall not attempt to dissuade you. There is one small thing, though. I had to disable the mobile walkways to protect myself from the automats. But since you managed to come here, I assume you already know a lot about these devices.
Indeed.
Here. This will allow you to reach the lower tunnels.
What a clever trick Monsieur de Mirabeau played on us, offering his chest to the Béarnais. In the eyes of the people, the flambeau de Provence has never shone so brightly. Yet the veil must be torn away, and the truth must triumph for Monsieur Riquetti's tone of importance and false air of dignity. For he is nothing more than a slave of favor, a courtier, a zealous servant of authority wearing a mask of patriotism. Saint Mirabeau, who just 2 years ago would have pawned his knickers for 6 livres, is now bathing in opulence. He has just now bought a mansion for the sum of 200,000 livres, which he paid in cash. He has 3 mistresses whom he lavishes with gifts. All are welcome at his table, and he paid off his debts. At whose expense, I ask? At the expense of the nation, whose interests he has always sold to the monarch. How this wretch, whom the ignorant have canonized and whom the blind crowds insist on crowning, must laugh at his foolish worshippers. His contempt for the people's cause is so great that he no longer even bothers. His contempt for the people's cause is so great that he no longer even bothers to conceal it. Cunning chameleon, you may change color, but you will not escape my eye. I will track your skillful metamorphoses, and draw the audience's attention to them, so they will no longer be dazzled by you. It is not right, unworthy upstart, that we shall sacrifice our rights, our freedom, and our happiness. I wish here to denounce the duplicity of Marquis de Lafayette, the aspiring tyrant on whose shoulders the confidence of a nation blinded by perfidious artifice now rests. It is well known how in previous publication I have attacked the boundless ambition of our Motir. What is not known is that he has sworn to kill me, and that I have been forced to go into hiding to escape his vengeance. Know, reader, that the regiment tasked with destroying my printing press and taking me away from my home was sent by the Châtelet. If our so-called national hero can, in all impunity, order the soldiers of the realm under his command to oppress honest citizens, if he can use public force to settle a private quarrel, who will stop him from using these brave men against the entire people? What will the French people, who look to him as their savior, think? By ordering the defenders of the nation to trample all over the public liberty, the Marquis can only aspire to incite the civil war. Civil what? Civil public? The Marquis can only aspire to incite a civil war. This man is unworthy to command the defenders of the nation. Citizens cannot tolerate this shocking abuse. They must guard against the terrible misfortune that would be the inevitable result of this usurpation of power.
Thanks to what I learned from Monsieur Marat, I will use the mobile walkway to reach the lower levels.
Seems like not everyone in that convent is benevolent.
Voila. That should have fixed the walkway.
Yeah. Oh wow. Going down. I still have to question him. What?
What of your plan to go to the Bastille?
I haven't yet reached my objective.
Keep making your way through the tunnels. You will find the way to the Temple.
Who laid on this blood-stained mattress?
Oh, it's a strange story. I suppose you heard about what happened in Place Dauphine?
Indeed. I went there.
Well, we took in one of the survivors of the massacre. The only survivor, it seems. Despite his serious injuries, he was particularly talkative.
What did he tell you?
He kept saying that Lafayette was a traitor in the king's pay. That the flaxen-haired hero had deliberately handed his brand new National Guard over to the automats.
What evidence did your guest have?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. It was based on a simple rumor that was circulating in the camp shortly before the Royal Army attacked. It would appear that several volunteers carried a yellow cartridge in their cartridge pouches. Most likely a subtle way for the conspirators to recognize each other. The subsequent disaster would tend to confirm this hypothesis. Vous ne croyez pas?
These are suspicions. Nothing more.
Right you are. Oh, if only I had proof of this conspiracy. Then I'd be able to scuttle the ambitions of that cur Lafayette for good. The would-be dictator's plans would be foiled.
I must get to the bottom of this urgently.
Very well. I encourage you to do so. But remember that the Marquis could not have acted alone. If you can't find anything implicating him, look into the members of his staff. Start in Place Dauphine, where those brigands sullied the ground with their boots.
Monsieur Marat, did you take part in an operation that aimed to kidnap the Dauphin and his sister Charlotte?
Me take part in an operation? Nonsense. My only weapon is my pen, and I have sharpened it, believe you me. That said, we did receive some information concerning the children. Unfortunately, I'm sworn to secrecy. If such an operation did indeed take place, Monsieur de Leclos would have been the one behind it. Alas, I fear that he is no longer of this world. There is little doubt that he and his men fell in the galleries.
Dites-moi, Monsieur Marat, what exactly are you doing hiding in a quarry?
I've made a lot of enemies. In my publications, I have always denounced the corrupt, and those who corrupt them. These vampires who cheat the weak and bleed the nation dry. Chief among them? That crook, Lafayette. That Tren Sabre. A career soldier who thinks he's Caesar. Not content to maintain an army of rats, this Blondin has all the Châtelet's judges in his pocket. It seems my prose upset him, as he swore to hunt me down. If I hadn't fled, I'd have been done for, there's no doubt about that.
Who are your compagnons?
Patriots who come and go in the quarries throughout the city, under the command of Monsieur Leclos. Alas, there are few left. And I wager that it won't be long before the machines that have taken over our hiding place find me. My hours are numbered. Mais vous-même, have you found any companions for yourself?
Interesting. Lafayette is at the Cordeliers convent. So if I tell them about it, they're gonna have a little interaction. I wonder. So, if I tell them about the convent, it's possible that Lafayette kills him. If I leave him here, it's possible that the automats kill him. Alright. I'll tell him.
Members and supporters of the Third Estate have gathered at the Cordelier convent.
Would you be so kind as to name them?
In addition to Monsieur de Robespierre, the Comte de Mirabeau is there.
Le Flambeau de Provence. An artful chameleon who skillfully dons every colour of the rainbow.
The Marquis de Lafayette, Monseigneur de...
Say no more. They're just the privileged class celebrating the marriage of cowardice and treason. With adversaries like them, the king is sure to triumph.
Who are your compagnons?
Patriots who come and go in the quarries throughout the city, under the command of Monsieur Leclos. Alas, there are few left. And I wager that it won't be long before the machines that have taken over our hiding place find me. My hours are numbered. Mais vous-même, have you found any companions for yourself?
I'm not certain, monsieur.
It's as if all the patriots in the kingdom have already perished. I'm afraid we don't have a chance.
Who is Monsieur de Leclos?
A brilliant writer whose pen has shaken the old world, but is also an experienced military engineer who has sworn his sword to our common cause, to his great misfortune, it would appear. There is little doubt that he died leading his men through the tunnels.
Come here, big boy. Oops. Oh no, he's wounded.
Monsieur Laclos was the Duc d'Orléans' faithful retainer. He was to prepare the way for his takeover, and now he has become one of the king's most bloodthirsty automats. How ironic. Boss time? Not quite. Charleville Bayonet.
Leclerc, you're alive.
Platoon, ready. Fire! Fire at will! Senor, we can't stop them. They're upon us. Fixed bayonets. Fixed bayonets!
The fighting has stopped. It's over. Voyez? The Huntress Diana appeared to us. She's the one who saved you.
But the troops... Where are the troops?
You are the only survivor, Leclerc.
No. No. We were so close. But those machines... An entire battalion would have been unable to defeat them. We were forced to retreat. Chased into these tunnels by the automats.
It was madness to attempt an attack on the Bastille.
You're wrong. I'm a military man. It was a bold maneuver, but it was a calculated risk. After all, that old fortress is a pile of stones with no buffers, curtain walls, or bastions. As for its garrison, our agents were certain. Only a handful of veterans should have been there. A single charge should have sufficed to disperse them. But the king made other arrangements. He increased the fortress's defenses and placed a swarm of automats at the service of a terrible machine.
Why did you launch this attack?
3 of our companions were held captive in the fortress. Our best agents.
Agents?
Spies, if you prefer. We, the supporters of the Duc d'Orléans, have always worked in the shadows, within the Queen's entourage, in the tribunes of the Estates General, among the patriots in the clubs, amidst the rank and file in the army.
We have had some success, you have to admit.
What machinations have you discovered?
Enough to make Monsieur Marat's ink flow and bring down our rivals. Necker's speculations, Lafayette's dishonorable behavior, Mirabeau's corruption, and many darker secrets.
Such as Lafayette's plot to rescue the Dauphin and his sister Charlotte.
How on earth do you know that?
She seems as well informed as we are.
This cutscene just broke.
Once again, the king has won.
That won't always be the case. But right now I have something urgent I must do. Tell me about this machine that guards the Bastille.
We were prepared to face an enemy, not an executioner. That thing, half butcher's block, half stocks, was designed to make heads roll.
Who captured you, monsieur?
There was some confusion in the fray, but Cagliostro was in charge. He was the one who ordered me to be shut up in that coffin. Then I was thrown into that awful place where I lost consciousness. After that, everything is a series of blurred visions, with a voice that ordered me to kill. Again and again.
I intend to enter the Bastille and free Monsieur de Vaucanson.
For what possible reason, mon Dieu?
She claims that he's the only one who can stop the machines.
Indeed, it's possible. In that case, if you're ready to face the abomination that blocked my path and slaughtered my lieutenants, then don't waste a second. Let's not stay here much longer, Marat. Let's head back to our burrow. There's still some wine left, Miss Pa.
More than enough, Leclerc. More than enough.
Wonderful. We'll drink to our broken dreams until this finally comes to an end.
Find a way out of the quarry. I was just gonna token. But okay. I can just take this up. Up pretty much all the way.
Here you are at last. This is where the path to the Bastille begins. And to think, I would have never thought you'd make it this far. Cependant, I would advise you not to rush. The fighting in these tunnels has weakened the structure. If you go in there, I'm afraid you won't be able to turn back. Delor, I have just one bit of advice to give you. Before going any further, make sure you're not leaving behind any unfinished business. Any commitments that you've not fully met. I shall return to my hiding place. In these unsure times, you can never be too careful. Ne croyez-vous pas?
Ne croyez-vous pas? Indeed, my friend. Cannonball. Might as well go get the cannonball, eh? If it'll let me. Looks like a key might be needed to open up that door. Right next to the carriage. This should send it back up. Okay.
Monsieur Laclos,
Can I help you, madame?
the representatives of the people are asking for your help, monsieur.
Who exactly are you talking about?
The patriots and representatives of the Third Estate who escaped the massacre.
I need names, madame.
Monsieur de Robespierre, Monsieur Lavoisier, the Marquis de Lafayette.
All these men have declared themselves enemies of the cause to which we have sworn allegiance to.
Is there any cause more important than saving the nation?
No, of course not. And what do these so-called defenders of the people want from me?
They believe they have found a way to neutralize the royal automats for good. And to do it, they beg you to give them one of the explosive cannonballs you invented.
Ma foi, if there is a way to stop these death machines, then I have a duty to assist them. But you must understand that I shall remain on my guard. When doing deals with the enemy, you must take precautions for when the game ends.
If that's how you feel, then by all means take steps to ensure your safety.
Let me think. Where are the representatives?
At the Couvent des Cordeliers.
Very well. Here's what we're going to do. I will go to the convent immediately and try to negotiate a truce. As for you, here is the key to a trunk in the next room. It contains a prototype of my cannonball, as well as the patents and pages that explain how to manufacture it. Bring all of this to me at the convent. However, do not give me anything unless I specifically request it. Is that clear?
Perfectly clear, monsieur. I will follow your instructions.
Now we use the token. Because we unlocked this. So I can go back to the convent. Five keys to upgrade. Was that enough? Oh wow.
Madame, these gentlemen and I have come to an agreement.
That is good news.
We will resolve our differences when the time comes. The matter is settled.
You can count on it, Laclos. But now it is clear that we are fighting the same adversary.
Adversary? You are rather indulgent, Monsieur le Marquis. It seems that you are still fond of him, despite his heinous crimes.
Oh, de grâce.
Truly, the king is no more than a wild beast. And together, in large numbers, we will hunt him down.
Madame, please give the model and the engineering notes to Monsieur de Robespierre. However, you shall hold on to the patents. No one knows what the future may hold.
Let there be peace between you, gentlemen, for there is still much work to be done. We believe we now have a way to destroy the lanterns. Without them, the machines will no longer be able to carry out their sinister task. But it is still just a strategy, which needs to be tested. And even a conclusive experiment will not guarantee our success. Where will we find a working cannon? How will we get more vitriol? How will we make more cannonballs? Please, I ask each of you to set to work without delay. Pour la nation, messieurs.
Pour la nation.
Pour la nation!
Pour la nation.
Marquis de la Fayette. Bastille. Taste-Staffing.
Monsieur le Marquis,
I'm listening, Aegis.
I spoke with Monsieur Marat and Monsieur Laclos.
Ah, the scoundrels. Did you force them to confess? Do you know what they did with the children?
They admitted to organizing the ambush at Gros Caillou.
Cursed recruits. Cowardly corrupters of innocence. Where are they holding their prisoners? They must be rescued immediately.
They do not have Charlotte and the Dauphin.
Excuse me? They dare to claim that?
It is the truth. The ambush was a catastrophe. The king had gotten wind of your plans. Automates from Versailles slaughtered the kidnappers and seized the children. By now the children will have been reunited with their father. There is little doubt about that.
Though it is from the clutches of that tyrant in his own palace that they must be saved. I fear that such an undertaking is doomed to failure, although there is no question of giving up.
Okay.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.